Hey guys, what is up? It is your girl Kendall. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel, my little sweeties. Okay guys, so in this video, it's due time. I think it's kind of funny with the timing, because I started doing these music. So far I've only done Taylor Swift, what Taylor Swift albums mean to me. I thought I'd get a lot done a lot quicker, but I had a harder time with Lover almost the past year trying to figure out, okay, what does everything on this album mean to me? And now I know. And I think it's crazy that Folklore was dropped. The timing is crazy, because I was literally thinking about filming this video, and then Folklore was announced. I'm like, well, perfect timing, because this isn't the last album thus far. So what does Lover mean to me? Okay, we're going to go track by track. 1, I Forgot You Existed. I Forgot You Existed is just basically anyone who's put me through hell, and just people who were awful to me a long, long time ago, like when I was like 14 type of thing, and you just don't think about these people anymore, and you don't realize that until later on. You're like, I haven't thought about this, wow, I forgot they were even a thing. Okay, number 2, Cruel Summer. Cruel Summer, to me, is just a fun, well, Cruel Summer now is that the fact that this summer's been cruel. When it hasn't been too cruel for me. My whole summer wasn't completely ruined with everything going on in this world. And Cruel Summer is just a fun song that I just scream to anyway. So we relate to the fact that I relate to a lot more now that it's been a weird, cruel summer. And this is like kind of how we're all feeling about it. Especially me. Number 3, Lover. Lover is I think I see it as like a letter or hopes for someone, my future girlfriend and my future lover, in that sense. It's a really beautiful song, and I'm single right now. I really don't have that person, but this gives me hope. This gives me like, okay, this is like that potential in the future type of thing. You just hope for the best. Number 4, The Man. Like, growing up Mormon, it is a very sexist religion in certain aspects. And I don't know how it is entirely now, but I've heard similar things now. But I left when I was 17, now I'm 23. And, well, 18, barely 18, I should say, but yeah. And it's very misogynistic. It's very, like, guys are basically told and raised up that women are supposed to be at their service. And a lot of people, like, even though that's not like the official teachings of the church, which I do know that's not an official teaching thing, but they basically, like, I was encouraged, like, no, you can't get a job as a woman. You can't do this or that. You have to go with this. You have to do this. You have to do that. And I'm basically, with growing up, I was so sick. I'm like, if I was a guy, like, how different would this be, right? And I've been scrutinized for being a girl when I was in high school. And basically, like Taylor has said, if you're a girl, if you're mad, you're overreacting. If you're this, you're that. So no one believed anything that happened to me for the longest time, and no one believed that something was going on that was just awful to me. And since I'm a girl, it's like, oh, she's overreacting. this means she's mentally unstable. This means she's just a bitch, type of thing. And that's what that means to me. I'm like, hey, I was sick of everything. It's not as bad now, but it's the anthem that I wish was around when I was a bit younger. Number 5, The Archer. I have had a lot of internal problems. There was a point in my life when I was like 16, before I was on the right medications and stuff for my depression and anxiety, where I legitimately hated myself. I mean, hated. What 16-year-old hates themselves? Like, that's not normal. Like, genuinely. And I just didn't like my face. I just didn't think I was pretty. I felt like an ugly duckling. I just didn't feel like I belonged anywhere. And I'm like, yeah, I'm a nice person, so who could ever leave me, darling? But who the fuck is gonna stay when they find out I'm this is who I am. This is how crazy I am. And I used to be really insecure about that. But, like, now it's all good. But I relate to that. Number 6, I think he knows. Well, in my case, it's I think she knows. Basically, if any girl knows that if I like a girl, they basically know that I like them, even without me saying it. Like, there's just things like, you know. Number 7, Miss Americana and the Heartbreak Prince. That just makes me think of high school. Especially with, oh jeez, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Just you and me, there's nothing like this. Miss Americana and the Heartbreak Prince. I feel like my sophomore year, that just reminds me of my sophomore year of high school, with my ex-best guy friend, everyone just kind of like saying like, oh, are you dating forever? That bugged the crap out of him. And then just everything that happened in my junior year of high school kind of like ties into that. And it's like sophomore year, everyone was like the most likely to run away together type of thing, because they thought we were a thing when we're not, obviously. I'm a lesbian, bitch. And then junior year's like, people are gossiping. They're playing stupid games to win the prize of being popular and liked. Stupid prizes, basically. Number 8, paper rings. This is also to my future lover. And I haven't met this person yet, who I would straight up be like, I'd marry you with paper rings. Like, I haven't felt that hard yet for somebody. I am in the process because I do like somebody, but, like, that feeling isn't there right away. It's not. Even if it's, like, love at first sight, even they end up being your soulmate. And you end up falling in love like this. Like, you don't fall in love that hard right away. You don't. Okay, number 9, Cornelia Street. Cornelia Street is basically when I make new friends, especially when I make new friends, I tend to have some trust issues due to what happened to me when I was younger, all through elementary, up until I moved to Arizona. This happened, of just being bullied, of just being ostracized, and people just left and right leaving me. And it's gotten to a point, like, there were points where I'm like, maybe I should drop this person as a friend, because, like, it's just not going to be worth it. They're just going to leave me again. Like, I have abandonment. I do still have some form of abandonment issues, but not to the point as it was beforehand. And if certain people, like, were just to leave me, I'd never be able to just be okay again, basically. Even though I would, but, like, no, there's certain friendships where I'd never be able to walk legit certain streets. I'd never be able to go to the places we went to together, type of thing. Number 10, Death by a Thousand Cuts. Death by a Thousand Cuts is to me about all the bullshit that went down with my ex-best guy friend. And when this came out almost a whole year ago, this album, this Death by a Thousand Cuts is always just... I've always been, like, drawn, connected, because this song helped me heal in a lot of aspects, and I was still in therapy. Was I still in therapy? Wait, no, that was after therapy. But, like, this was after therapy. This was after, like, pretty big things. Like, Death by a Thousand Cuts helped me heal. Because that's just how I felt. Because at the beginning of, like, just losing him, I was just, like, I felt like I've just been sliced 1,000 times. And I was still holding on to the friendship. And I was still holding on to things. And just everything that, like, basically 2018 was what Death by a Thousand Cuts felt like for me. 11, London Boy. I dedicate London Boy to Harry Potter because I don't even, like, London Boy is just so fun. It's so specific. Very specific, obviously. But I dedicate it to Harry Potter. I've done so because, like, why not? Because I'm a lesbian, I don't have a London Boy, so to Harry Potter for being my hero. There's London Boy for you. Number 12, Soon You'll Get Better. Soon You'll Get Better. Surprisingly, I can relate to this. There was a girl 7 years ago, around that, who died of cancer, who I knew. And the whole time, so she had cancer the first time, and then she kicked cancer's ass. And then when she was about to leave for her mission, she was re-diagnosed with it again a few months later. And we found out the day of her, so I grew up Mormon, so elius mission, whatever. And so on her, what we thought was her farewell was basically her telling us she has cancer again. It was really sad. And just the whole time, I'm just like, she's gonna get better again. She's gonna get better again. She's gonna get better again. Then it got really, really bad, and she ended up passing away. And it was really sad. And this kind of messed me up for a bit, and this still kind of messes me up. Even though I wasn't, like, that close to this girl, but I had known that girl since I was, like, 12. When we were new to the church. Not to the church, but to that area, that ward. So each ward is, like, a different area part assigned. There's, like, 12 stakes in each stake, and, well, there's 12 wards in each stake. I'm so tired. Or something like that. And it's just different parts of each area of, like, where you're at. And, yeah. 13, False God. False God is, for me, relationship. I think for me, it's the fact that I've been able, because when I first came out as lesbian, first had a girlfriend, I just felt like I was going to get struck down by lightning. Like, I just did. I'm like, this is working for whatever reason, and we're gonna get away with this, right? Because false God, even if it's a false God, because that's just, like, kind of like how I felt in Worship This Love. To me, that's just, like, the fact that I felt like I was gonna get shot down, then me dating a girl's like, I'm getting away with this, and I'm not gonna get struck down by lightning. I don't feel that way anymore, but that was just in the beginning when I first left the church. Number 14, You Need to Calm Down. You Need to Calm Down is every gay's anthem. I'm pretty sure, or at least one of them. It's in that tier of our anthems. When Taylor came out with You Need to Calm Down last year, I freaked the fuck out. Because I was like, yes, Shay never made anybody less gay. I'm like, people need to calm down. Because we have more problems in the world than boys who kiss boys and girls who kiss girls. 15, Afterglow. I think Afterglow is any friendship or relationship that I seriously just like felt insecure and was just very like right off the bat like, I think one of the best lines to describe it is, "I blew things out of proportion, now you're blue. I put you in jail for something you didn't do." So I was just assuming people were lying about me again. I was assuming this all was happening. I was assuming the worst case scenario, and I ended up like, my fault. It's all in my head. I'm like, hey, it's all me in my head. I'm the one who burned this down, but it's not what I meant. I'm sorry that hurt you, because that has been a real thing in my life, where I've just felt insecure. I'm like, hey, I done fucked up. Okay, 16 me is a self-love song for me, because you're not ever gonna find somebody else like me, man. You're not. That's the fun with me, man. I'm one of a kind. We're all one of a kind. That's what the song is. Number 17, it's nice to have a friend. It's nice to have a friend. Even though, like, it goes to, like, a relationship thing. I think any friends that anyone who I've known since I was younger, it's nice to have a friend. And then just through the years, it progresses and just to, like, we've been friends for, like, 13, 14 years now. Or, like, some vast amount of years as friends. And I don't know, like, that's just, like, how I see it. Like, beginning stages of friends, and then how it's, like, even though, like, I'm not in love with, like, friends like that or anything, but I don't know, that's just how I see it. Number 8, last but not least, 18 is daylight. For a few years in my life, I was just in a really dark place. And I didn't know if I was going to make it out. There was a point where I didn't know if I didn't know or not if I was going to survive high school. There's been a point where I didn't know I was going to survive the year. Like 2018, I didn't think I was going to survive through 2018. Like, in the beginning of it. Not even kidding. It was like that. And so, now being able to not care what people think of me, now be able to, basically what Taylor Swift's line is, you gotta step into the daylight and let it go. That was one of her quotes. And then, that was a lyric in the song, you gotta step into the daylight and let it go. And I've been able to step into the daylight and just let all this heavy shit go. And just be happy and be who I really am. And not have so many of these insecurities anymore. So yeah. I hope you guys like this video. Give it a thumbs up. Lover is awesome. And I still love Lover. And I'm really excited to do Folklore next when it comes in a couple weeks. So yeah. Love you guys and see you later.